Hello and welcome to the online lecture. This is a topic of profit prior to incorporation (PPI). This is a part question of corporate accounting. Question number 6. Gavaskar Limited company was incorporated on 1st May 2018. This is a incorporation date. They purchased the running business of Imran Khan on 1st Jan 2018. As you see, the business is acquired. So in this PPI chapter, we are going to acquire a business and we are going to apply for the registration, that is incorporation. Incorporation means registration. So we got the registration of new company Gavaskar Limited on 1st May 2018 and we have acquired on 1st Jan. So how many months we have taken for registration? January, February, March, April. Because 1st May we got the registration. So 4 months will come in the pre-incorporation and in the remaining months up to 31st December. See, the P&L account ends on 31st December. So from 1st May till 31st December you have 8 months. 8 months will be post-incorporation. So if you calculate the time ratio, it will be calculation of time ratio, date of purchase 1st Jan, date of incorporation 1st May. This is a pre-incorporation period 4 months and the remaining 8 months from 1st May to 31st December 2018. So 4 is to 8. 4 is to 8 means 1 is to 2. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So 1 is to 2 is the ratio. While segregating the expenses which are fixed in nature will be segregated with time ratio. All the expenses which are fixed in nature, they will be segregated based on time ratio. All the expenses which are variable in nature, they will be segregated with sales ratio. Okay. Now in this P&L account, as you find salaries is fixed. So salaries will be segregated with a time ratio. Director fees will come in the post incorporation because directors are appointed after incorporation. So director fees, always remember, director fees, managing director and director fees will come always afterwards. Even debenture interest. Debenture is issued after incorporation. So the debenture interest also comes in the later part, that is post incorporation period. So these few things you have to remember. And rent and taxes will be on the time ratio. It is fixed in nature. Electricity, insurance, fixed in nature. So both will come in the time ratio. Commissions on the basis of sales ratio. Advertising on the basis of sales ratio. Discount, sales ratio. Carriage, sales ratio. Office expenses, this is fixed in nature. So it will be based on the time ratio. Bank charges. What are the bank charges? These are also fixed. Preliminary expenses. Preliminary expenses. Now, this is important. After incorporation, you will write it in the directly only in the post incorporation you will write. Means after the company is incorporated, so it will come in the writing off of preliminary expenses it is always done in the post incorporation. So ये भी post में आएगा. देख लीजिए यहाँ पे. ठीक है, यहाँ पे 0 है और यहाँ पे 6500 है. उसके बाद इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोन. इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोन विल बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ टाइम रेशो. एंड नेट प्रॉफिट को छोड़ देना है, हम खुद ही निकालेंगे नेट प्रॉफिट लास्ट में. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट अगेन इट इज कनेक्टेड विद सेल्स. सेल्स बढ़ेगा तो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा, तो सेल्स रेशो से इसको सेग्रीगेट करेंगे. अब सेल्स रेशो निकालना है. सेल्स रेशो के लिए इंफॉर्मेशन दी है. The total sales for the year ended 31st December 2015 was rupees 5,50,000, out of which 1,37,500 were for the period from 1st Jan 2015 to 1st May 2015. The total sales for the year ended means total sales 5,50,000 hai. This is given. ओके। एंड प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन का भी दिया है, फ्रॉम 1 Jan to 1 May इट इज प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन पीरियड। तो प्री का दिया है तो पोस्ट का निकाल सकते हैं, इसमें से माइनस कीजिए। 5,50,000 में से 1,37,500 माइनस कीजिए, यू विल गेट द 4,12,500. This is given and this is also given. We can deduct 5,50,000 and 137,500. We will get 4,12,500. So in this way we got 1:3. The ratio is 1:3. You will get 0.33 after dividing this amount, pre and post. Okay, 137,500 and 4,12,500. You will divide, you will get 0.333. So understand that 1:3 means 0.333. Now we will solve the sum. It is a very typical sum, easy sum. Time ratio is 1:2. So 1 plus 2 denominator will be 3. Okay, 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Pre and post. Sales ratio 1:3. 1 plus 3 4. In denominator 4 will come and in numerator 1 by 4 and post incorporation 3 by 4. Gross profit will be divided on the sales ratio. Sales ratio 1 by 4 and 3 by 4. So 1 by 4 and 3 by 4 in the pink color you can see sales ratio 1,70,500 into 1 by 4. Okay, and this answer will come in this way, 1,70,500 into 3 by 4. Okay, so the total income is 42,625 in pre-incorporation and post-incorporation 1,27,875. Now this is a vertical P&L. So income हो गया, उसके बाद expenses, less expenses. First salaries. Salaries amount we will divide with time ratio. Time ratio कैसे करेंगे, 1:2 दिया है तो 1/3 and 2/3 is equals to 39,600 into 1/3. Okay, next is equals to 39,600 into 2/3. This is a time ratio of post incorporation. Okay, understood. Director fees will come in the post incorporation. This is fixed because director we will appoint after incorporation, right? Rent time ratio, that means 1/3 and 2/3. Multiply 12,000 into 1/3 and 2/3. You will get 4,000 and 8,000. Electricity charges 2,400. Time ratio 2,400 into 1/3, 2,400 into 2/3, 1,600. Insurance time ratio 3,000 into 1/3, 1,000, 3,000 into 2/3, 2,000. Commission 7,600 on the sales ratio, 7,600 into 1/4. Okay, and 7,600 into 3/4. Understood. So whatever sales ratio are there, advertising, discount, carriage, we will multiply it by 1/4 and 3/4. Okay, this into 1/4, 1125, 4,500 into 3/4, 3,375. 3,700 into 1/4, 925. 3,700 into 3/4, 2,775. 2,800 into 1/4 and 2,800 by 3/4. Office expenses based on the time ratio 8,000 into 1/3 and 2/3. Bank charges time ratio 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Preliminary expenses, this will come directly in the post incorporation, because we will write off after the company is incorporated. Before that we cannot write off. Bad debts 2500, this is on the basis of sales ratio, because bad debts is connected with the sales. So sales ratio, that is 1 by 4, 2500 into 1 by 4, 625, 2500 into 3 by 4, 1875. Interest on loan time ratio 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and total expenses. Total of expenses you got 28441.667 and 73718.3. Now see which is the highest amount, 42,625 or 28441. Obviously 42,625 income is highest, so we will write total, not profit, we will write total. In the total column we will write always the highest figure, whether it is an income or an expense. Then after that we will deduct from income, we will deduct the expense. Okay, 42,625 minus 28,441.667. You will get 14,183.333. This is a profit, capital profit. This profit is called transferred to capital reserve. So this is a capital profit which can be utilized for purchasing capital assets or writing off of goodwill. That means writing off of loss, or it will be used for purchasing the fixed assets. So this profit is different from net profit. And normal profit we will get it from the income 127875 minus 73718.3. You will get 54156.7. This is the net profit. Okay, I hope you like the video. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you very much.